So welcome to CMHA's presentation during the Edmonton Housing Month every November. My name is Marnie McRae and I'm happy to be presenting today. I have had the privilege to run the CMHA housing program for 3 years now. We're small but mighty, and we're proud to have been a housing provider in Edmonton for over 50 years. So as we go on, we'll just do a land acknowledgement here. And I need my glasses, sorry. Just to recognize, we're gathered in collaboration and with joint purpose today on Treaty 6 territory. This territory is the home and gathering place for diverse Indigenous peoples, the Cree, Blackfoot, Métis, Nakota Sioux, Iroquois, Dene, Inuit, and many others. We know the importance of the treaty and our responsibility to these communities, and that only in partnership can we create the social change necessary to end homelessness. Sorry, I'm just going to ask if everyone could mute because I'm getting a lot of feedback. If everyone could be on mute. Sandra, is it possible for you to turn down your volume? Sorry, thank you. Okay, so welcome. I'm going to talk about our CMHA, Canadian Mental Health Edmonton Region Housing Program. So we are a housing provider here in Edmonton, and like I said before, we have a long history of housing here. We've been working for over 50 years as a housing provider. So currently we have 7 buildings in our housing portfolio. 4 are owned by us at CMHA, and 3 of them are owned by the government of Alberta, and we manage those properties on behalf of the government. So we'll review each property, and in total we have 146 units. And as we go along, if there's questions, we can do a question and answer at the end, but if you have any comments, please let me know. So the buildings that we have, Wood Manor, Citrus Court, Edward Street, Northern Arms, Santa Rosa A, Santa Rosa B, and Place 103. All 7 buildings are located north side of the river, all kind of in the inner city downtown core. So we have 2 properties in Inglewood, 2 properties in the Montrose neighborhood, 2 in Queen Mary's Park, and then we have 1 in Boyle-McCully. So that's kind of where they're located. So throughout the city. So Wood Manor specifically is currently a 9-unit building. Its original purpose was a hostel that accommodated 14 people and had 1 resident staff, but currently now it's a 9-unit building, and it's considered affordable rent, which is always between 15 and 20% below market value. Citrus Court, another one that CMHA owns, picture there, is a 27-unit building. I just want to make sure we're recording this. Are we recording it, Haley? Sorry. Okay. So 27 units, 26 1-bedroom, 1 2-bedroom. It was the 2-bedroom was converted from an old social room that we had. Again, it's 15% below market value. And there's also 2 properties that have community gardens attached to them, which were generously donated to us through volunteer companies volunteered to build the community gardens at 2 of our buildings over the last 5 years. So the residents there have a huge garden space, and it is actually, I just dawned on me, and next summer I'll take a picture of the garden because it's spectacular. And they enjoy, some tenants enjoy being able to work in the dirt. So that's been
in the dirt.
Them. So next we have Edward Street. There's a picture there. This is our newest property. We received money from Edmonton Homeward Trust to purchase land and build Edward Street. The building is comprised of 27 bachelor units. They're all bachelor units that are barrier free. 7 of them are. And it's affordable housing market rent as well. So again, the 15% to 20% below market value, a little bit less because they're only bachelor units. The building opened in 2011. And yeah, it's by far our most modern building in our portfolio, the newest by many years. And then Northern Arms, also owned by CMHA, picture there, Queen Mary Park area. It's a nice little building. And we purchased this building from a landlord who was selling in 2015. So again, affordable rent, 15 units. Some of the tenants that lived there were still from the original landlord. There's 2 bachelor units there, 11 one-bedrooms, and then 2 two-bedrooms. And again, that 20% below market, 15 to 20% below market value. Then the 3 PMP properties are the ones that are owned by the province. We have Place 103, which is 31 bedrooms, Santa Rosa A and B. They're across the street from each other and they are identical in layout. So there's 19 units in each building, 38 altogether. There's 11 one-bedrooms in each of those buildings and 8 two-bedrooms. So that's really our only place for families, and the biggest size that we have is 2 bedrooms. Rent in these buildings is very affordable because they're owned by the government. They're under the RGI, so rent geared to income programs. So 30% of income is paid in rent, so it's very affordable. The clients we serve, the housing program we supply high quality, safe, secure properties and apartments for people living with past or current mental illness and or low income. So we have quite a wide range for people to fit into our portfolio. The stipulation being that applicants must be 18 years or older, and they must be able to live independently. So independent community living. We are a supportive landlord, so we understand mental illness. We understand what living with mental health is like, or living with mental illness is like, and we're supportive in the sense we understand things like when you don't pay your bills on time, regular landlords possibly would just, make a case and get you out. So we're more lenient, and the success of our program comes from working with our clients' community support. So everyone who comes to apply needs to have community supports that they're already engaged with. And the success in long-term housing, because that's our goal, is long-term housing. We're not transitional, we're not emergency housing. So our goal is long-term, and we work with the tenants' community supports to help them be successful. And that's our goal. We want a mutual, successful, beneficial relationship for them, for their neighbors, for us as the landlord. And it works because we've been doing it for a long time. And in fact, I have over 10 out of 146 units, 10 people that have lived with us for over 25 years plus. So it's really nice to see. So we can also help. I work closely with my advocacy and wayfinding team at CMHA, and we work with our tenants to help them help them connect to community supports if they are lacking in an area, then we'll try to work with them to bridge that gap. So that is very helpful as well. So statistics most recent as of year end last year, like I said, we have 146 units. 40% of our tenants have lived in the properties for more than 10 years, so that's a huge number. Breakdown, 66% of our tenants receive age benefits. Almost half are between 51 and 64. 10 tenants have lived with us for more than 25 years. And the total number of tenants served as of March were 149, and that's broken down by 136 adults and 13 children living in all of our properties. So it's successful. We're small but mighty team. We have a small team, a very, very small team. So I'm the housing manager, and I have Sandra is here with us today too, and Sandra is our housing coordinator. So I couldn't do my job without her. And then we have one full-time maintenance contractor along with one part-time maintenance contractor or maintenance coordinator, sorry. And like I said, we have the advocacy and wayfinding program, and they are excellent for referring people. They're excellent for providing referrals to tenants when they need help. They'll assist with paperwork, and that's a CMHA program. It's not just housing specific. So if clients needed help with applying for AISH or Alberta Works or pensions, anything like that. Advocacy and wayfinding program is a very successful program that we offer here. At Edward Street, we have a live-in building liaison. So it's someone who lives on site and meets with tenants individually when needed. They don't work full-time. They are in the building, living in the building. They see what's happening in the building. So they're there to monitor more than deal directly with. They don't do the renting of the units or anything. They just monitor. They can check in and relay information about behaviors and any safety concerns that may be happening, mostly in the area outside of buildings. Our buildings are fairly safe. We have security. Obviously, our doors are locked. Main doors are locked all the time. We have security video cameras at the front and back doors at each location. And then we also have janitorial and grounds maintenance contractors for mowing the lawn, cleaners to clean the buildings, and snow removal, of course, in the winter, keeping all the sidewalks and everything. Some of them are big corner lots, so there's a lot of snow removal and leaf blowing in the fall that needs to happen. We pride ourselves on working with community connections and community relationships. Homeward Trust is a big partner. We're also a member of the Edmonton Coalition of Housing and Homelessness. We're a member of AFA and also ARLA, and all the buildings qualify for the crime-free multi-housing program through EPS, which has been a really successful partnership. It's quite a process to get involved in, and it really works. Clients sign an addendum to their lease agreement when they sign their lease agreement that says that they're not going to participate in certain activities, and I'm sure some of you know about the crime-free, or all of you for that matter. Application process. So eligibility, like I said before, must be 18 years of age or over, have a history of past or current mental health issues or low income, must be able to live independently, completely independent, and in need of subsidized housing or low income housing. People can self-refer, professionals can refer, applications are available on our website, and there'll be a website link at the end too, I think, or my email too if you have any questions, but edmonton.cmh.ca. And when you go onto the website, there's tabs. Third tab over says what we do, and housing is listed there. And when you continue reading, the application is right online there. So anyone can fill out an application. We need all the pieces back before we can assess it, and we use government criteria to assess the application, and then people are placed on a wait list. So the wait list has nothing to do with when someone applies, it's based on need. And some of the things that are included in the application are the verification of income, a written reference from the previous landlord. We understand that that's not always available, but even if their tenancy didn't end well at another location, we can still take that reference, even if there was not a happy ending to their tenancy elsewhere. That's okay. We also need a written reference or medical or mental health professional outlining suitability for independent living, and also from a community worker that's involved. So again, that could be the mental health therapist, it could be a psychiatrist, psychologist, regular family doctor. We just need someone to be able to reach out to, or the more the better. If things aren't going well, we work with those supports to make sure that they, to come to some successful outcome. Once the application is received, like I said, it's assessed and they'd be placed on the wait list. And when an application is at the top of the list, or when a vacancy becomes available, I start at the top and I just work my way down until that vacancy is filled. So it doesn't matter when you apply, it's based on that need. So that's kind of the formal presentation part, but my contact information is there. Also, applications could be submitted to main@cmha-edmonton.ab.ca, and Sandra and I are always available to answer any questions. Are there any questions? Does anyone want to know anything? You can ask, put up your hand, put it in the chat, whatever works.
I just have a question. So let's say when they apply for housing, will you also do the Homeward Trust funding screening that's SPEDAT, or we have to do it through another agency? How does that work?
No, we don't screen through Housing First. So the applications come directly to Sandra and I, and we score the applications based on the affordable housing criteria through the government of Alberta.
Okay, thank you.
So that's why they can self-refer, clients can self-refer, or agencies can refer. I've had other landlords that refer. So yeah, so they can definitely take it on their own. And people drop in for applications often too, and right into our office. People can come pick up the application as well.
Marnie, just in the chat, Charlene asked, I'm curious what the average wait time is for applicants.
So I believe right now it's around 9 months. However, again, it is based on need. Because we are small, we only have those 146 units. somebody literally has to move out before someone can move in. So the wait time is dependent on move outs as well. And then of course there's always refurbishing or renewing, sweet renewals when someone who's lived there for a long time vacates. So it is approximately 9 months. And then annually, we would ask for, if they're on the wait list, once a year we send out, we need them to update all their information. And if we don't hear back from clients in, a month or so, month to 6 weeks, that application gets removed from the wait list if we haven't been in contact with them for quite some time. However, they can absolutely reapply again if they were removed. Arthra has a question. Go ahead.
I think I was talking, and I was muted. Okay, so can individuals with not so good credit history can apply? Because a lot of families have not so good credit history and really struggling to find housing.
Absolutely. So they can apply. Again, we're working with the majority of our clients are low income. So absolutely, we understand, we're supportive. However, we need to have, we need to see their source of income and the amount of money that they'll be making. That's part of the application process.
Okay, thanks.
Any other questions? Oh, good question. Bridget asked, what is our pet policy? So we do have a pet policy. I am so appreciative after working 25 years in housing, mostly with agencies that do not allow pets. Our tenants' pets are their lifelines. So we allow 2 cats, 1 small dog, sorry, 2 cats or 1 small dog, not both. By small dog, it's very small dog, under 15 pounds. And so there's a pet policy that tenants receive when they are moving in. And then there's still a pet application they have to complete to ask permission for the pet. But they can have 1 or 2 cats or 1 very small dog or a bird, very small fish tank, no spiders, no snakes. That's where we draw the line. And the dog portion of that under 15 pounds is very important because we can't have large dogs. It's just too much of an insurance liability. So, but those cats, yeah, the majority of our tenants actually have cats, and they are so important to their livelihood and their mental health. And we don't charge a pet fee or anything. If they have cats, it's in the policy. They have to remove the litter on a regular basis and dispose of it in the garbage bin outside in proper bags and feed water regular and, maintain health. We do ask for all pets have to be spayed and neutered for cats and dogs, and they also need their certificates of vaccination. Proof of that. Another question in the chat there. Okay. So yeah, I cannot stress that the pets, how successful it works in our program. there's very little damage caused by pets. And usually that's the thing. No, we don't want cats or dogs because of damage. The damages we have are not from cats and dogs. Let's put it that way. We have damages, but not from the pets. Anything else? Sorry, I feel like I should have waited longer to start because some people missed some. Okay, well, Sandra, anything you'd like to add?
Don't think so. Pretty much covered it all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a great job. Yeah, I love running the housing program here. I've worked in housing for over 25 years in all different, from homeless youth to long stint in seniors housing, worked for the city of Edmonton in the housing department, housing branch. So it's been a fantastic. Edmonton's been very good to me in the last 22 years. It's been the housing positions I've held have been really exciting. So this is a challenging position, but it's very rewarding. My tenants are awesome and make me laugh every day. They're fun. It's very fun. So I like to, as far as the clients or the type of clients, obviously there's many different types of clients, but I like to say that our tenants are quirky. So we all have our things, and in any other, I'm looking at high-rise apartment buildings out my window, and my clients are in their buildings too. It's just that, you know, maybe if it was a different property management company, they wouldn't understand the quirkiness, and we understand that and are okay and don't judge. So it's the ability of meeting our tenants where they're at, or clients coming in the door where they're at, and just trying to make the process as simple as possible.
Yeah, for the most part, they're all pretty good. They just they're just quite often so thankful to have a safe place to live and a roof over their heads, and they're not on the streets. And
All right. Any other final thoughts, final questions? All right. Well, I guess if there's nothing else, people always can contact me if there's any question or you're not sure what to do with a client, or you want to refer someone, by all means. And also keep in mind our advocacy and wayfinding program. And, you know, these are just two small programs in the realm of CMHA. We have you know, we run the ASIST programs, we run mental health first aid. We can do that training for companies. You can come in, ASIST is run out of our office here. We can work with you to, you know, we have all kinds of programs in our Recovery College, online programs that we can build and work with, you know, companies if they're interested, and or if you have clients. You know, Recovery College is free and anyone can register, and there's some great programs. There's you know, longer 6-week programs, and most of it still, well, all of it I think is done online still, but there's everything from building better boundaries to Adulting 101, and they're fun. Some are bite-sized, like short 2-hour courses, and it's an easy way. You know, they can even do it from their cell phone. People can access it online through their cell phone, computer if they have one, but they're free and they're excellent tips and little learning bits that people can pull out of those courses. Anything else? Thank you. Okay, I guess we can stop recording. Have a good afternoon, everyone. Enjoy the sunshine. Can't go on forever. Thanks.